Today we're going to be talking about HDR, or High Dynamic Range Video, using AtomHDR on the Atomos Shogun Flame. Many cameras nowadays are able to record or output HDR footage. We just need a camera that can shoot in a log format. But what is log? Log is a flat shooting profile that expands the dynamic range of your camera, allowing more accuracy and flexibility while color grading in post, as well as far more control over the contrast in your shots. So why monitor in HDR? First off, you can film in log while still seeing what your eyes see, saturated colors and contrast. Secondly, when using AtomHDR, you can open up the signal far beyond what an SDR LUT can resolve, which means we are now in a better position to be able to master in HDR. Better contrast means better sharpness, which makes it easier to get your subject in focus. And if you're exposing for log on an SDR monitor with a LUT applied, it forces you to expose in SDR range. Otherwise, the SDR monitor will clip. Doing this forces your video signal into the noisier part of your sensor, which often leads to more noise, especially in the shadows. When filming in log, the image doesn't look very nice before color grading. However, with the Shogun Flame and AtomHDR, you can monitor your log signal and view in HDR to see what your final graded video will look like. So let's turn on AtomHDR. Then we tell it what camera we're using. There's also options for log type and color space to get the best image possible. Then, use the slider to adjust from Rec 709 to HDR until it looks good. All that's left is to press record and take your shot. First, we need to apply a LUT to our clip, which will make our shot look pretty great. Apply the effect Lumetri and go to Basic Correction. Change the input LUT to your specific needs, in this case, V-Log. With the LUT applied, your shot should now look close to how it did while using AtomHDR out in the field. The reason we don't just add a LUT on the monitor is that a LUT is still subject to the parameters of Rec 709, and therefore limits our dynamic range. This causes us to stop down once again and pushes us into the noisier part of the sensor. If your camera can record in log, then you can already start shooting HDR video. And having features like AtomHDR, the ultimate log exposure tool, make you and your shots look way better while on set. So get out there and start seeing what you can do with HDR.